Hey guys, KnightSeeker here, and I like to say good morning or good afternoon. I don't know what time zone you're at, or when this video is getting uploaded, but I like to say welcome. Welcome to another video of Cardfight Vanguard Area. Now, I know you're pretty much what you're gonna say, and you already saw what's on pretty much on the to my right side that says update. Well, I know I'm a week late. I talked with like a pal on Discord. He told me that the update was already out for a week, and people already got used to. Well, he said Fenrir and Gabrielle. Yeah, I did not know it was out because one, I had college. Okay, I had some exams to do. I have work to do. Well, not the work, but just schoolwork. So yeah, I just I just didn't know the update was here until I updated myself. But yeah, without further ado, I am gonna explain at least what decks I have made for this newest update. Well, before the new set comes out and all that. But yeah, the first that we made was a Gabrielle deck. At first I know like a good amount of the card like that's gonna be needed, like obviously 4 of these, and what else? I know 4 of these are there. I know how to add this because 5 damage is pretty much is really good. This is a lot of power. However, I did look at some. I looked at like from another channel that that build that tests these decks like way before the set comes out, like the physical set. This is what their decks usually show, so I just build what they build and see how that works, and then make adjustments around from there. That same thing with the Victor. That deck that I first built previously, before the changes, was from list. But after seeing how someone else played it and how the deck is, so yeah. So yeah, that's really it can change. It just depends on how well I can perform this and how well this can perform. And I see some cards like I know obviously they're gonna be there. Well, I know this cards are gonna be there because pretty much a staple. Oh, sorry if you hear that. Yeah, I also even thought about this one as well because like, one Gabriel is gonna need some soul. And in case you run out, this card can actually help you get the soul. I didn't know about this one because then the more I looked at it again, more power is good, and also preventing your opponent from cooling Sentinels is pretty good as well. But yeah, I did have a setup of 4 draws, but from watching and I seen how this deck can run, yeah, I think going 12 crits, it's like pretty beneficial, as critical is always good to have during your turn, since you can deal damage with it. And since how I know that there's another variation where this card was added, basically another damage dealing to yourself, really. Yeah, we have 2 cards. They're like 1 or 2 free cards are like about self-damaging. Yeah, this is another self-damager really. There's a lot of just pretty much hitting yourself in the face with damage, and then hoping you getting those criticals just to increase those damage output. And who knows, that make your opponent may force guard pretty early, since they don't want to take very quick damage like at the very start. But yeah, that's my Gabriella build. I do have another deck build that's also from Angel Feathers, which you already know. It is No Seal. Now, I did have a little problem with the No Seal because, well, from when I'm building this, I did not know how to properly build this deck until I had to actually look at the proxy sheet that they were using to get at least an idea like how it's gonna be built. Honestly, your Great Freeze, you need these. You need more, as much no seal as you can. There's this no seal, you need 4 copies. And I feel like this is going to become a staple pretty much for future Angel Feather support. I do feel that because how they do get a lot of damage. They just want to get so much damage early on, to up to 5, just the maximum output. I just had a feeling about this. Oh, with this, obviously, it's just your Counterblast gets +3, and you just return a card from your damage onto hand, and then you just perform a self-damage. If it's a no-seal, good. If it's a trigger, good. If it's something, well, good. If it's something else, well, that's not good. And for grade 1, I was like really looking. Like, I was like, where's the grade 1 no-seal? And I was like, oh, wait. Actually, the grade 1 no-seal was a PG. But I remember they had a grade 1 no-seal that's like both PG and... Huh. I really don't know. I kind of Either way. Obviously there's 3 of these, generic, grade free searcher. Actually 4 of these, which I'm surprised in the proxy deck. And this, well, because at least it gives you a card back. Because at least it puts you, because if you have a no-seal in the drop zone, you can just simply put a grade 2 you don't want, with to that no-seal. Yeah. And, for triggers, I seen, they went with, you obviously need 4 no-seal, and you need 8 crits because the units are going to stand back up. And so criticals are nice. Okay. So the next I build was for Genesis, and I saw 2 variations. Yeah, one was Fenrir. Triggers, I just looked. He had 8. There was 10 criticals and 2 draws, 4 of which are. Oh, wait, hold on. I might have to say this because I just forgot. Sentinels. You always need 4 Sentinels. 4 Sentinels is always good. Oh yeah, I forgot the starter. The starter, I think for Genesis from now on, I'm just adding this starter. I'm just gonna have this starter because it's adorable. Look at it. It's a fat bird. Look how cute it is, okay? You don't agree, then you're in the wrongs, okay? You're clearly in the wrong. But yeah, grade 1s. I don't know why these cards were added, so until, you know what, I'm gonna add them, I'm gonna play test myself. I don't know why this card's added. Some filtering. Give a little bit power up, more draw. Just, soul charging is good. And, oh, right. I totally forgot. Oh my jeez. Well, I mean, if as long as I just don't save it. Yeah, just don't save it, it's fine. I totally forgot how I did not pay attention. Again, it was really late at night and my brain was going. But yeah. Also, as soon as we hit the grade 3, I was like, huh, why the Divine counters? I mean, the effects is pretty good. I mean, once per turn, just draw a card, choose one of your units, you may put a Divine Gauge on it. If the card was put, you just Soul Charge 2. Or, Soul Charging is pretty nice. But then I just realized, oh wait, probably it may not be enough, so it may need some extra help. Who knows? Pointing to Soul, just getting more card draw. And, well, you just Counterbalance, just Soul Charge, just get a card you want out of your Soul into your hand. Like, probably PG. Go right ahead. But yeah, don't know about him. I don't know why he's there. This is what it plays. Look at the top. Look at the top 2 cards from your deck. Put a card from among them to your Soul, and put the other on the top of your deck. Okay, just another filtering. Yeah. Just another filtering deck. For grade 3. Sorry. So this is where the main guy comes in. Obviously 4 Fenrirs, and pretty much use a full form. However, I was like, oh, why at 3? And then I realized, right, he doesn't offer much. Only when plays on, rear guard, only a Vanguard, really, for the mass retiring. So he's mainly good for the regard, placement. And I also see I'm starting to see why about the Regalia, this one. In case, like, if you can the game, or you have enough divine counters, or sorry, divine gauges, this can really be useful. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Let me see, because I did build another variation, which is the gauge with those. It says that in about it boosts the unit with Regalia in its card name. Okay, discard a card. And discard a card, and one of these units divine gauge, and that unit will be boosted. Basically, it can pretty much extend the Vanguard. So in case like it goes late game, or you want to finish a little finishing touches, probably that. So yeah, that's Regalia. That's for this. And where is it? I have another variation, which is this. Wait a minute. Did I not save it? I could have sworn I did save it. Hold on, I think I just... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I may have misspelled it. Whoops. I misspelled it a little bit, but hey, I just think I may now know. Oh, again, it was late at night, and I was so tired, I didn't pay attention there was an N. But yeah, this is the Regalian with the gauges. That was funny enough, it has both divine gauge and the godly, equip gauges. Which I'm like, strange. And then I read their effects, like, oh, they're practically the same. Yeah, they're practically the same thing. And they do pretty much unique things. Like, if you have a trigger, you can put those, like, you have critical triggers, just put them onto the rear guards and your Vanguard, bam. Criticals all time. If I remember correctly, it said when placed, and they get the trigger effect that were given to this unit. So yeah, mainly give them criticals, since it's constantly doing it at all times. As long as it's your turn. Or as long as they have the, gauges. If I remember. I have not played with this at all, so do forgive me if I make little mistakes. If I do make, mistakes and all that. But yeah, this is a Regalia, you need 4 of this. I didn't know you need 4 of this, so yeah, I was just going off from the deck list that, from a channel, like, I think it was called Top Deck Lane, I don't know. They had a proxy sheet on their dock, so I just looked at it and see and just build it from there. But yeah, it hope it works. If it does work, well, okay, maybe they got something, they were on it. If not, then I'll just personally make the changes. Yeah, again, it's just filtering. You need 4 copies of pretty much the main new cards, 2 new Regalias, and also the rest of the ornaments line. Well, the one that do the godly equip gauges. And her again, which is like, why is she there all the time? And more filtering. For this, let's see. Yeah, it's just really an even, somewhat split, which I'm very surprised. Because one is just 6 criticals, 6 draws, and yeah. Again, I love this starter because this starter is very cute. Okay, this is always going to be my permanent starter for Genesis. And speaking of Genesis, the next one we had of the new cards was for Valkyrion. Hold on, let me just find it. Yeah, here he is. Now, you're gonna see like 16 criticals. Why is that? Well, And not only that, this deck is very, very odd. Like it's odd out of this world. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, there's actually 10 grade 1s, 8 grade 2s, on a wish, like, and 12 grade 3s. I'm like, what? Okay, buddy! Calm down! But yeah, the reason why I think this is okay is because because this is new unit. Yeah, it's a pretty cool unit. It's pretty actually good. I haven't tested it out yet, but looking at it, it's pretty nice. It lets you get at least Valkyrion very easily, without waiting to wait. This can both work on Vanguard and Rearguard, so that's pretty handy. So you don't have to you can actually run less Valkyrions as long as you get this card. It's treated like it's another Valkyrion in a way. But yeah, and also this one has a very handy Guardians effect. Is that when placed on the Guardian Circle, just to discard a card will mainly either an Astral Port, which is these guys, or an Astral Deity, which is Valkyrion. And it activates like a Perfect Guard. Yeah. So really you have in a way of 8 perfect guards in this deck. As long as you were able to fulfill their requirements. Perfect guards, the normal is just a certain card. These you need to discard a Astral Port. So yeah, I was very surprised. And I'm hoping that we were able to get enough force markers for these, because well, then again, with the other cards, you can still get them. And the other cards, this one's placed on a Vanguard Rearguard, you get another force marker. Pretty nice. And obviously, you need the main guy, Valkyrion. Yep, Valkyrion's pretty nice. So yeah, that's a lot of decks from Genesis. Sheesh, leash. Another deck I also made was with the new Gurgwit and the new Percival. The newest blue flame. There was another variant, but it's only with the Aglavel. But then I was like, well, I'm really okay. If I feel like I want to play with this card, I'll play with it someday. But right now, not really. I can watch a proxy video, see how they did it. But yeah, we have some new Gold Paladins, one from the Legion era and one from G era. So yeah, these are the cards I got for this deck. It's always a mix with Gurgwit and Percival, because Percival you can work both on Rearguard and Vanguard when placed. It says when your Vanguard is when placed, if your Vanguard, just Blast, discard a card, just get a Magic Gift XL, and use this search for a free grade 2. Well, actually use a search of grade 2 from your deck, which is thinning the deck even more. And not only that, it's another making of a marker. So you just keep running Gurgwit pretty much enough times, well, you can pretty much get a good amount of, I would say, I don't know, a lot of XL markers. Sorry, let me drink my water for it. Okay. For grade 2s, obviously, because we need 4 of these, because due to the new grade 1 we got, 3 Aglavel, because we only got 3 Percival, and 1 Nerezo, because when called to the rear guard, you just call a card from your hand. So basically, more units are getting called by an effect, which is this guy. And what other units we got to call? Oh yeah, we also got Jeffrey, who has the same effect as Paramore. Yeah, Paramore. Basically he gains +5 and a +5 shield. Basically a 15k wall or 10k wall, depending on which one you're using. We also have this unit, which I didn't expect it to be there, which I was like, huh, why is it there? And instead I looked at plus 10. I mean, plus 10 is not that bad. Not bad. Gorberdoo, you know, great researcher. And D-Drain. You can never go wrong with D-Drain because, from what I'm seeing, well, there's pretty much, I think, 2 cards are doing it. Yeah, this one's using Counter Blast. This one's using Counter Blast. Sorry. Let's see, put another regard soul. Okay, so I see why that's there. So that's at least fill it up. Also return it back to hand, so at least it's not in danger. Yeah, this is using the Counter Blast, and this is using Counter Blast. So it's a lot of Counter Blasting that you want to really use a lot. That I won't lie, because they are pretty good effects. They're pretty good. For trigger lineups, I'm surprised. And you know, I was kind of expecting in a way. It's mainly primarily front triggers and probably 2 criticals. 4 draws, and that's really it. I do like this heal trigger much better than the other one. I just say, I'm not like dudes, I like my waifus. Not waifus, just really nice, good, nice women. Also, I like the new starter. I think I preferably will run this starter pretty much for all future goal. Just future decks of this clan. If I remember, that was now these 3. Oh yeah, we got 2 new decks from Narukami, which I know one of them is pretty much coming back to the full meta. First off, we got Eradicators. First off, I just mainly build it this way. It's a crits for draws for heals, standard. I like this heal better than this one because I don't care as Eradicator, just get it out of here. I don't like it. And also this starter because it's Eradicator, and plus I think it looks pretty cute. Grade 1, I was surprised on some deck builds. I was surprised. I was like, huh, you were not gonna add this card in? I was like, oh, I thought it would be good enough, but who knows? Maybe I had to test this deck out. See, you're both gonna call Sentinels. Oh, okay. Ow. Oh, jeez. That the chosen unit attack. Okay. So it makes your opponent. Also, it prevents any PG Guardian against it, or any Sentinels. I totally forgot. And Phoenix, because you can never go wrong with your fiery chickens, okay? You can never go wrong. And also this, just a good searcher. Just look at that 5, get an Eradicator of any grade, just put it in your hand, and we all know, and I'm gonna say it again, if you go second, and you have this guy, well then, be considered that you have 2 free, or up to 4 free uses of this effect, without suffering a negative side effect. As much, because I know you're losing a 10k shield, but hey, you can just put this bird into the drop zone, get back from the, well, obviously, just binding, and bam, you're just good. You're good. Grade 2s. Yeah, I know that you had to add a lot of Eradicators to this, so this Eradicator, this is good because you look at top 5, same thing with the grade 1, use a Discard, all that, same thing as before. Also, but he has a fact is that Soul Blast 1, you just draw a card, if it hits the Vanguard. We do have the limited, you know, Chow Awa, I say it, but he's a pretty good effect during the battle phase. Sweeten, just to refill soul and all that. If your opponent has no front row rear guards and all that, just put the soul, draw a card. More soul charging. Anyway, yeah, basically, and also this one I can see why. I already automatically added is that you just bind it if there is any, and you just pretty much force one of your opponent's rear guard to just move to the front row, so that way you can bind again. Yeah, it says when playing, you discard a card, choose one of your run row opponent's rear card, draw behind it, and you draw a card. Yeah, pretty good. It's a lot of discarding, really. Just a lot of discarding. Showing that it's going mad all out. Gauntlet Busters, if we already know the reason. But really the main guy we're looking for is Descendant. He has finally arrived to Air. He has finally arrived to V-Series. Now, he has an effect where, when this card would be written, if your Vanguard is a Eradicator, and this card will be placed with all of that unit's ability until the end of turn. So, along with his two natural abilities, if you ride over Gauntlet Buster, who has a passive and an active with it, oh my geez, seriously, you cannot imagine the pressure this can give. If you do not see the reviews or you have pretty much forgot what he does, well, it's just basically Vanguard, Rear Guard, just once per turn, just Soul Blast, choose one of your opponent's rear guard, bind it, and your opponent chooses one of his or her back row rear guard, open front row rear guard. Jeez, my throat. But yeah. So yeah, and also he has another effect. It says when it attacks, when its attack does not hit, cost -1, discard a card, stand this unit, and -1 drive. Sure, -1 drive sucks, but if you have this, and you can imagine your opponent does not want to take a hit like that. So you're pretty much having your opponent facing this hit attack twice. And if you go combo with the with this grade 1, your opponent has to be forced to either take it or just drop a lot of shields for it. And finally, the last one. Watching a proxy video of this, he's back. He has new support for it. The same guy as before. He was taken out very surprisingly, but then I realized not too much advantage. This card because yeah, I can see why now. More burst to only 2 this time because the space is tight. He was removed completely. This card I did not know. Soul Blast, find a card, which is more beneficial since pretty much 2 of your cards are free, like to be binded. The new card because yeah, he's pretty good, just good against a maybe Vanquisher itself or Blade Master. At least to mitigate as much mass retirement as possible. Yeah, you still get your Jaggies, only free this time, but only free Full Bronto, which is the new card. But you still have 4 copies of your Vanquisher, your main guy. And oh my geez, from watching that video, this deck can draw a lot of cards, but it requires you to bind your hand. So before we get to Full Bronco, what he does, or really only a brief, it's like 8 draws. I'm only running this one because it's cute and I don't like to run an old dragon, right? And 4 criticals, just why not? And just because your front row gets already a front row power up, there's no need to run front row triggers for this at all. There's no need. You need a lot of draws to afford the binding cost from your hand, really. And I did not realize what it meant. You still gain the initial marker from the original Vanquisher, and then when you ride to Full Bronco, you get another one. However, when you re-ride back to him, you don't get another one. When I was reading this effect, I was like, does it mean like you don't get it as soon as you ride into this one? And I looked again, I was like, oh wait a minute. When that end the turn starts, that's when you don't get it. Okay. And that's when the video did show me, and it did clear up a little bit. At least my understanding of it. But looking from this and how the video was performing, how that deck performed in that video, well, be expected that Full Bronco might be coming back. even though we already got a week of the deck. We already got a week of this set. So, again, I know I'm late. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all the decks we got. I may plan on streaming these cards probably later in the day, or probably, who knows, back on Monday. Who knows? So it's probably today when this video is getting uploaded, or on Monday. Or probably we might do both. We might do both of them. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys are gonna be looking forward to these decks I'm gonna be playing and see how I perform on them. So until then, later fellow seekers, and have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone.